Hello everyone. How was everybody's Sunday? It's Ezra. I thought I would get on live, and I've been kind of troubled lately, and so the live thing is tough for me. That's why I don't do it very often, and I don't do talking videos very often either, because I really can't figure out, this has been going on for years, how to navigate what I feel and what I believe I should be, which is who I am, where I am at any moment, and then to market myself. I can't figure it out. So I thought I would share with you. A friend of mine says, when all else fails, just tell the truth. So I like to do it before the devil knows I did it, because otherwise I don't think I'd do it. So I'd like to share with you the madness of the modern music industry. How's that? That sounds fun, right? So, really this year, I've dealt with it in different ways. And you hear all kinds of things about, you know, how it's actually better now that you can make your own music and there's no gatekeepers, all that kind of stuff. And that is true. And it's true, I can make music in a way that I was not able to. But I also have become a mix engineer, recording engineer, a marketer, a writer, a photographer, a videographer, a producer, a video producer. I mean, name about 30 other things that I actually try not to be, because I don't want to be that. So there's like this dilemma inside of it where, and I'm from a, you know, I'm in my 40s, so I'm from a different era where I actually experienced the music career when there was products. And I'll tell you, like, I'll tell you where I came from and why my view might be bounce back and forth, because I do love the idea of being able to do what I have, all this technology and everything and access to fans. But this is what I have the dilemma over, is that my albums, I don't know what other people are doing, they cost a lot of fucking money. I've already dropped over $10,000 on this thing. And that's kind of normal for a studio album. And now, maybe I'm not a good engineer. Well, I didn't start 20 years ago. I didn't start to be a mix engineer artist. And I could maybe be a great one in 10 more years. But, and all the equipment and all that kind of stuff. But in the days back when we used to just go into the studio and make an album, it did come out of pocket a lot, but also there were products to sell, CDs and such, that actually made money. And I don't know my exact numbers. I know that overseas, in Japan, we sold over 2,000 units, and then here we sold a lot, and into at least over 1,000. And you add that up to what CDs were selling for, it actually, in the end, paid for a lot of what we do. And plus, clubs actually paid you money back then, and they were respectable. And this is what clubs do now, man. They used to be respectable, will book you and give you a 30-minute slot, and then fill up the night with bands that have basically, they've scraped off the bottom floor, and give everybody like 20 minutes. And then if people come to see you, they kind of wish they didn't, because it's such a horrible night. And so they're killing themselves. They're committing suicide. And then we have to do this thing that I just detest, which is marketing. I mean, I detest it outside of music. And so for me to have to go and do this thing, which is to exploit myself and to mold myself into an image, is just against my nature. So I have this dilemma, and you might hear me kind of go off on one side and then come back. It's because it's a dilemma. I can't figure out, you know, in an industry where people don't buy music, they don't really listen to the product all the way through anymore. You know, clubs are just committing suicide. You know, it's so, I'm not saying there's not ways, but it's so piecemeal that you become like the CEO of a company and you're no longer making music. And that's why I left that world, to make music, not to be this new CEO of my company. And I understand you're always running a business. It's just so, it's very frustrating. One of the things is, and I got into publishing, and I've had some success in TV shows and stuff like that. And people say, well, at least now you can get your music into publishing a lot easier. And I'll tell you the deal with that that's kind of frustrating. Like, I just got a deal, and I can't say the name because of contracting, with a retail chain nationwide for my music to play. Here's the deal. I detest chain stores. I kind of like think of them, the best use is a clean bathroom for them. Like, in my normal life, I detest them. I think they're like the scab on our country. They marketing, and they're marketing, And so in these publishing deals, they're non-exclusive, but what you have to do is sign away where that music's going to be played on most of the ones I've done. And so I'm like, caught in this dilemma. I'm like, well, I got one song on this TV show, and I looked it up, and I was like, dude, I fucking hate that TV show. I don't want my music on there. I don't want to be associated with it, And so I don't know what to do anymore. So that might be why, I'm trying crowdfunding, and I've tried it, and I've had a few successes. And if you don't know, I am doing a crowdfund right now, and you can go to my website, ezravancil.com, and there's a link on there. But I don't even know about that because, today I was like sitting here going, okay, I said I was going to do a live video every day. I told myself that. And I get on these live videos, and I'm like trying to talk about stuff that I don't talk about. I don't analyze songs. I have no idea what my songs are about. I really don't. Other people have to tell me. I know that when I wrote them and who they're for, if I wrote them for somebody or for my wife, and that this is a song, this album is about marriage, and it just turned out to be. But beyond that, to sit and analyze songs is not something that I want to do either. And so what I end up doing when I get on video is I just have to talk about whatever's on my mind. And I had this, I've had a few industry people involved over the last years, wonderful people. And I have nothing against people that work in that. And the reason my one band did well with bookings and sales and all that stuff is because we had a person that did that. Actually, two of my bands had a person that was good at that. And it didn't get under their skin like me. And so I find myself in just this dilemma as an artist, how do I do this? And I try to bring the costs down, and it's not the art I want to make, yet I don't feel like y'all have to pay for it. It's my, and so it's not your duty to pay for my album, yet I can't figure out how to do it. There's this other strange thing. And this is something that's scientifically verified with a bunch of artist friends that I know. And we don't understand it. It's a phenomenon. Is that, so everybody says, well, what you do is you need to go get a job that pays a bunch. Because I do side work, if I got to make money, I'll do whatever I have to do. But it's never enough to make an album in less than a year or more than that, it looks like. It's taken me 2-3 years. So, what I end up doing, or what people suggest, and it sounds very logical and rational, is you go, because I got skills, I can go get a high-paying job, work that for a while, make that money, then I have lots of money to make my albums the way I want. Or when I'm done, I've saved up some money, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for artists. Maybe that works for somebody that's geared that way. For me and for all the artist friends I know, we go in there, we go into this environment that we really don't like, to do work that we really would rather not do. And it's not like I don't work. I work very much. But to make a bunch of money, I got to go do things that I don't like to do, I don't agree with, down in here. And look, it's marketing. So you go do that. And so you should have all this money. But what happens is amazingly, it doesn't pan out that way. And I've tried it on and off and on and off all through my life. And at the end of it, I actually owe money. And my recording's not done. And I don't know how that happens. And people would say, well, you're just not responsible. That's very true. But, you know, it's true. And it's true for a lot of artists. We're not responsible in that way, you know, but artists work hard, man. The artists I know work very, very hard. And they put in a lot of hours. It doesn't stop 9 to 5. It keeps going after that. So, and then there's some that don't. But, you know, but that's the dilemma that I feel. And kind of earlier this year, I kind of faced my anger towards the live scene, because I'll get out there and the clubs are committing suicide and booking shit bands, you know, which have to have a start, but there used to be a system for that. I was a shit band. You start on Monday night. When you get a crowd on Monday night, you do the Tuesday night, you know, and then you're on the weekend and you actually have a crowd. So you can go do a Friday night at clubs that used to be the, you know, biggest thing going, and there'd be nobody there, because the clubs are no longer a good place to go for music, because you have no idea. One guy that books one of the clubs here in Deep Ellum that I used to play, books it from, I think, either Chicago or New York. He's not even here. And he was just getting on Reverb Nation, with great pickings there, I tell you. You go to Reverb Nation, and you go pick bands that look like they have some fans, and hopefully they bring their family out so that they can be glorified bartenders that night. And so what happens is those fans come there, and they say, this is absolutely horrible. They're actually, you know, big clubs too, like House of Blues and stuff like that. This is horrible. I thought when you go to the House of Blues, it's supposed to be good music, but we've got a guy up here that seems to be learning guitar. And so I'll focus anger there, and then I go, but damn, I sure like playing live, you know? So then I'll be back out there, and I'm like, it's not about that. It's about getting out in front of people and playing. But then I go do that, and then I got to pay the band, and I leave, and I'm, you know, shy a couple $100 from the marking of it and everything, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like, as a father and a husband and a dude that owns a house, you know, I can't keep doing this. This is insane. And so I'll bounce back over to the publishing, and then I'll be looking at things and talking and seeing, oh God, is this going to play in McDonald's? Because I can't have that. And, you know, so it is. And now I'm going to jump over. This is, live's great because you can just go on forever. I'm good at that. So I'm going to jump over to the good side, the beautiful side about this time. Because I'm one of those guys. I like to look at both angles. I can go off on it, but I can also, and that's why I can jump back and forth. It is amazing to go sit in my studio and create something that I could only dream of. That if we were doing a studio project, I could go record it on. I had some really crappy micro tape recorder, and kind of dream what it would be like for like a year until we got ready to record it. And so that's beautiful and that's wonderful, you know. So there's nothing bad about what's going on right now. It's also wonderful that I can get on here and talk to people. I can make my own videos. Camera equipment used to be so expensive. And we produce them all. We just do it all ourselves, me and Susie, usually. And we have Ben help sometimes. And that I can do that's absolutely amazing. So all I'm saying, I'm not like dogging this time. It's a beautiful era. It's an era where artists can do things, but they got to have a skin that I don't have. I just don't have it. And I'll kind of go up, you know, I got a ISC finalist last year, Kerrville finalist last year. And then I'll go, when I get done with all this, all the pretty pictures and all that, I feel like I need a fucking shower, you know? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I do know I'm going to keep making music. I can't help it. I just make music. I don't know how much it's going to get out. I do know I got to play. I tried not to play this year for the first time in a long time, and I can't do that either. So I'm like stuck. And you know, it feels like, music sometimes feels like a drug addiction that could go on your whole lifetime. It doesn't really have the same kind of hangovers, you know, and it fills my spirit So it's not really like that, but it does feel like something I can't put down and that I don't have control of once I pick it up. Sometimes I like walk past my guitar and I know if I got stuff to do, I got money to make, I got some Twitter posts to put out, I got a blog to write, I gotta go submit to this publisher and tag this song and do some SEO on my website. And I know if I pick up that guitar, it's all over, man. It's over for not just the rest of the night, it's over until the next morning. And you know, I can't live like that. And so it's something that, and it's not like this is new. This has been going on for so long. And I just thought I'd share it because I don't know what else to share on these things. And when I get on live, like every once in a while, I get suggestions from people. Like, dude, you talk too much. Why don't you play some music? And I'll tell you what, I can't play right now. This is terrible too. I started getting my nails done with manicured nails because I pick. I got so used to them last year that when I play now, when I take them off, cause I got to take them off because they start like eating away. It's like flip, 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 flip. And so that's another issue I'm dealing with. But I'm getting my nails done, so I will be on the guitar hopefully next week. That's terrible to say. Technology. But I don't hate today. I'm very grateful for what we have. I'm the kind of artist I am, I get very, very frustrated with it. Bear with me. When I get on live, if that's what I have to jump back to there's been a few industry people that have helped over this last couple of years, and they're like, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Don't insult people, don't insult people, don't insult the intelligent. You know, and the whole thing is we like that energy, man. We just want to chip off the edges and mold it and present it as a package. And then I was like, okay, well, we can chip off a few edges. And then I go, oh, but we want that package every time. And you're going to talk about the same thing every time. I don't do that. I don't know how to do that. So I'll leave it there. You know, I saw Trent was on here. That's my bud. Trent's got a big show coming up that I'm going to. I'm taking my son to. The Nixons are back in town for a reunion show. So I'm excited about that. And I think Paco Estrada's playing too. With that, I'm going to leave y'all. So let's not tell my marketing department I did this. This was secret. I'm in the secret garden out here. And nobody can know this went on. This not safe for work live video. Once again, after that, if you still want to help, you can go to my website, and it's all over the fucking place. So go click on one of those links if you want to help. Otherwise, I really appreciate y'all. And I appreciate all these people that have stuck with this music and with me as a friend for all these years. And love you all. Y'all take it easy. Bye.